I think to be a rock star, you have to be aware of the different kinds of music around the world. So I'm in Porto, Portugal. It's in the kind of north part of Portugal. Have you ever wondered what a concert is like in a different country? In a country where English isn't the native language? Are they the same? Tonight, I'm actually going to experience a concert in a different country. I'm going to see this band called Idols. I want to know if things are similar to when I go to a concert in the United States. Okay, so I have these tickets. I don't see an opening band. So, do they have opening bands in Portugal? Will the crowd be rowdy? Or will they just sit in their seats? Will everybody be drunk? You know, I see a lot of drunk people when I go to concerts in the United States. Am I going to see that here in Portugal? Buying these tickets, you couldn't pick a seat. I'm in the upper balcony, so am I going to have a good seat? Or is it going to be like watching ants play music? Is there going to be a lot of that going on? Do they do that here in Portugal? Is there going to be a haze where I can barely even see the stage? Also, my lovely wife is not into the harder rock. She's not going to come along, so I'm going to go all by myself. So, as a 54-year-old man, am I going to stand out? Am I going to be too old for this? And then, will the band do an encore? Or do they not do encores in Portugal? These are the things we need to know. So let's go. It's about a mile away. Come on. I do have to say I like that I can walk to the concert. Never was able to do that in the United States. Always had to drive. Okay, next day. That concert was pretty amazing. I was quite surprised. Was it different than a concert in the United States? Let's go through some of my observations. One of the things I really wanted to know is there an opening band? Now, I went to Idol's website and looked at their concert schedule. I saw nothing about an opening band. So, I'm in Portugal. I'm thinking, well, maybe they don't do opening bands at concerts in Portugal. So I'm sitting there. 8 o'clock is when it starts. I'm up in the upper deck because I got my tickets late. And a band comes on. And they sound, to me, a lot like Idols. I like Idols, but it's not like I've been listening to Idols for years. So let's just say I don't know their music that well. So I'm thinking, well, maybe these are some of the new songs off the new album or old songs off of albums I never listened to. So I'm sitting there thinking I'm listening to Idols. And the crowd isn't very big. And I'm just like, well, maybe they don't have that big of a following here. I grabbed a beer before I went up to grab my seat. And my beer was empty. I'm like, well, I should get another beer before they continue on with their set. And as I'm out there getting a beer, it's packed out there. People are lined up to get beer. They're eating food. They're outside smoking. And I'm like, these people are missing the concert. What are they doing? I was so busy, I didn't grab a beer. And I just went back up to my seat. And it was starting to get packed. And I'm like, oh, crap. Yeah, that must have been an opening band. And sure enough, Idols kicks in, whole other level. concerts are the same in Portugal in terms of opening bands. Yes, they do have opening bands. Another thing I wondered, are the crowds rowdy? Yeah, the crowd was pretty rowdy. I think it was a fun rowdy. There were mosh pits. There was crowd surfing. They get pretty rowdy. I've gone to a lot of concerts in my days, and a lot of times there's some pretty drunk people at these concerts. And I was wondering if that'd be the case here. No, people were drinking, but I didn't come across anybody who was out of line. They're just a bunch of people having a great time, having a blast. It was pretty cool to see. Most concerts I've been to in the States were standing during the whole concert. Is that the case in Portugal? Yes, that is the case in Portugal. Everybody, it was just thumping. It was just tons of energy, and everybody was dancing. And I had these 4 people in front of me. They did not stop moving the whole concert. They're just dancing. And there's this dude recording the concert the whole time. And I'm just like, gotta make videos. I'm like, he's not gonna be happy with this video. Now, most concerts I've gone to in the States have assigned seating, unless you get like the main floor. And this arena had 2 levels and the main floor, and you just bought a ticket to either the top level, the middle level, or the main floor. And then you could just watch the concert from wherever. So that was different, but it worked out. I've also been to a lot of concerts in the States where there's the smell of the weed. And I was wondering, is it going to be prevalent here? And it's not. I don't think I smelled weed once. The wacky lettuce, wacky tobacco, I don't know what the names are. And then I wondered if I was gonna be the oldest guy there. And I didn't actually feel like the oldest guy there. I was on the older side, I think, but I saw a lot of people that seemed like they were probably in their 30s, 40s, 50s. It didn't bother me. I was a little like, I'm 55 all by myself going to a concert that might be liked more by young people than older people because they're, for the most part, a newer band. And no, I felt fine. Plus, I had to check out, what a concert's like in Portugal. I wondered if they would do an encore, because encores are pretty popular, pretty normal in the United States, and they do not do an encore. At least Idols didn't do an encore. I thought that was kind of surprising. Overall, though, I don't think going to a concert in Portugal is that much different than going to a concert in the United States, other than if you're buying merch or buying something to drink. Everybody's talking in Portuguese, and Idols is from the UK, so they're speaking English the whole time, so it really wasn't that much different. If you get a chance to see the band Idols, I encourage you. They put on a really good show, tons of energy. Oh yeah, it was just, I stood up the whole time. The whole time. I never sat down. It was awesome. And hey, thanks for checking out my channel. I know this video was a little different, but I think, you gotta check out the music scene, right? You gotta know what's going on out there, right? At least I think you do. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment if you have some thoughts. Whatever. Thanks for watching.